Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Scavenger. We're playing more Chasing Sunsets today, and we're on episode 34. So, in this one, I hope you guys are ready, because Jay and Alex are going to go on their first official date. Let's go ahead and jump into it. As the two of you enter the lobby, Jay strides briskly toward reception. Checking in, reservation under Campbell? Oh, but of course, one moment. The receptionist taps away for a few moments, glowing visibly more confused. But, madam, the only reservation under that name is a standing one. My parents. Oh, I see. Unfortunately, they had the Venetian suite booked. I'm afraid it suffered some water damage during the most recent storm. Which is why Jean Felipe was kind enough to substitute the ambassador's bungalow. Oh, he did leave a note with the front desk. Forgive me. I did not make the connection. Your card is already on file. Let me just check you in. As a receptionist begins checking you in, Jay moves in close to you and places her hand on yours. How long have you had this cooking? Since the day after the storm. Will your companion be requiring a key as well? Let's see what happens. My lovely girlfriend and I will both be needing keys. Oh, look at that. You hear Jay's breath catch faintly, and her hand grips yours happily. Yes, two, please. The receptionist finishes checking you in and presents two key cards. 2 keys for the ambassador's bungalow. Simply exit from the lobby and follow the boardwalk to the west. It's the last dock. For intimate dining, you'll find plenty to choose from within walking distance. The best restaurant on the island is Wild Ginger next door, but reservations are hard to come by. Unfortunately. But wherever you dine, I hope it's as enjoyable as the rest of your stay. She said that a little bit more upbeat than what I did it, but use your imagination. You'll find a list of local attractions and excursions on your nightstand. Jay's expression is radiant. Oh, thank you, but I don't think my boyfriend and I will be spending much time outdoors. Uh-oh. As the two of you enter the room, you're struck by the scale of it. Wow, this is the paradise we've both been too busy to appreciate. Are those glass floors? Mm-hmm. The bungalow lights up underneath at night, and you can watch the fish. Seems to me that you don't spring for a suite like this just to enjoy the wildlife. Jay glances back at you and winks. Depends on how you define wildlife. And the game is afoot. Sorry, no console. We're not blowing the evening on a Call of Duty marathon. But Ghost Harambe has been slacking on his headshots. Ghost Harambe should worry about getting ready for dinner. I'll change in the bathroom. Any thoughts on where you'd like to eat? Our reservations at Wild Ginger are in 30 minutes. I packed something nice for you to wear. Ow, I didn't bring anything nice to the island. Open the backpack, put it on, no complaining. Jay retreats to the bathroom while you examine what she's packed for you. Does she know me or what? You've just begun undressing when you notice the bathroom door is slightly ajar. That was quick. She's already undressed? Can't help but gawk at her exquisite curves through the crack in the door. Oh, we're both in trouble. Jay's eyes connect with yours, but her playful mood is still firmly in the driver's seat. And I'm the one with boundary issues? You look away feeling a little awkward at getting busted so blatantly. I'm a simple man. I see a cracked door, I investigate. Imagine how much more fun the yacht would have been if I'd known that sooner. Alright, 5 minutes later. Could I get your help with this thing, Alex? Alright then. Looking toward the sound of her voice, you're shocked to see your tomboy sister in a designer dress. I can't quite reach the zipper in the back. A little help? Wow, that dress is outclassed only by the beauty wearing it. With uncharacteristic self-consciousness, Jay fidgets nervously beneath your gaze. Stop staring. I feel silly enough already. You dutifully begin working the zipper, inhaling the familiar scents of her hair and bronze skin. Be charming, be reassuring, be... Just maybe it let her down easy? What? Hold on. You're ugly. Yeah. No, okay. I think in this situation, it's time to be maybe a little charming, possibly. You look absolutely amazing. Thank you. The only reason I can't even think about dinner right now. Jay presses back against you suggestively as you finish zipping her up. Yes. I want everyone on this island to see you on my arm tonight. Jay spins around and kisses you spontaneously. Who says it only has to be tonight? An electric pause hangs in the air between you before you both speak at the same time. They're both like, we should go. we should go before we miss our reservation, I think is what's going on here. All right, we're at the Wild Ginger. The restaurant's proximity makes for a short walk, and you can't help but admire its opulence. Closed for private event. Closed for... so I was just reading the sign, but that's actually what Alex is saying. Closed for private event. So much for reservations. Trust me, it's not going to be a problem. You've certainly developed expensive tastes. Hardly, but eating out of Tanaka's kitchen for a month sets a pretty high bar. You ever notice that for an Asian chef, she doesn't cook a lot of Asian food? I asked her to go light on it once I locked this place down. You really thought of everything, didn't you? Go big or go home. Are they even open? I don't see the hostess anywhere. We can sit wherever we like. I reserved out the whole restaurant. Wait, what? Jay's eyes dance with laughter. The executive chef is Rinko's biggest fan. All it took was a phone call. I thought having the place to ourselves would be intimate, he said romantically, making her tummy do annoying flip-flops. I like the table by the window. What do you think? It really doesn't matter to me. Jay mistakes your deflection for disinterest and looks slightly hurt. Really? Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm going to go with the first one again because that's just too smooth. I mean, the middle one works too. It's not the table, it's the company. But I feel like this first one just is a better, more like sincere like option. I don't need a window. Nothing out there can compare to what I've got in here. Jay fidgets for a moment before blushing furiously and looking away. Do you want to make it through dinner without a pouncing? Because talking like that is how we don't make it through dinner without a pouncing. I mean, no, you have a seat. I'm going to the ladies' room to freshen up. But you literally just left a restroom. Oh, my dear Alex. So much experience. So little wisdom. Did I just hear my phone buzz? Seating yourself, you enjoy the view for a few minutes before you feel your phone vibrate. Probably Jay realizing she needs help with her dress again. Oh, wow. Tara. Yo, Alex, look alive. Hey, thanks for the birthday tip. I haven't even thought about my own in years. All a part of the service. So tonight's the big night, my guy. Jay's been planning this for a minute. Yeah, I can tell. So her go-to drink is a dark and stormy, but do not let her have more than 3. And what's this I hear about a bet? She's literally texting you from a bathroom stall right now, isn't she? Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And also, yes. So she owes you a secret, yeah? Yeah, something like that. Booyah, ask her about her first kiss. Hell no. It was you, and even if it wasn't, I don't want to hear about her and some other dude. Trust me, you just got a cheat code. Oh, interesting. As you ponder a response, you hear Jay's heels on the hardwood behind you. Shit, she's back. Gotta go. Alright. So what is this cheat code? Maybe her first kiss was Alex when he was asleep or something. That'd be interesting. But also not surprising since she's had a crush on him like her entire life. As you put down your phone, Jay returns with a look of satisfaction. Appetizers will be out shortly. Oh, no menus tonight? I have a pretty good idea of what you like. Her suggestive tone implies that she's not just talking about dinner. Okay. Okay. Interesting. You know, we don't need a checklist to have a good time, right? I can trust one thing to fate, I suppose. Spontaneity. A bold flex. I'll leave our drink order in your capable hands. Asian restaurant with an emphasis on sashimi. How do I want to play this? Beer has always been her go-to, but Tara's advice has been on point so far. Beer just isn't very romantic, and wine feels wrong with Asian cuisine. It's probably a test. There should be an achievement for reading a girl's mind. So, I can go with sake, the obvious choice. Beer. Alright, let's try the cocktail. Bourbon for me, and a dark and stormy for my stunning date. She reacts with surprised suspicion, but her body language confirms that you are right on target. I can't tell if you're really well informed or just lucky, but make sure you cut me off at 3. Her expression slingshots from suspicion to outright accusation. I like that look, though. All right. Who are you, and what have you done with Alex? Before you can reply, the server arrives at your table as if summoned from a lamp. Welcome to Wild Ginger, you two. I'm here to make sure your evening with us is perfect. Can I get you something from the bar? Your drinks arrive in short order, and Jay takes a long sip of her cocktail. Absolutely perfect. Exactly what I was in the mood for. Even after the club last night, you got wrecked and bailed early. Her playful smile can't hide the challenge in her eyes. A tactical retreat. There was no way I was going to let myself jump the gun on tonight. Just a few more minutes, and I'd have blown up all of this planning in the heat of the moment. She leans forward intently and holds her fingers a half-inch apart. Believe me, Alex, I was this close. Confronted directly with Jay's intentions for the evening, you gather your thoughts. I'm glad after everything, we still managed to find our way here. I never lost hope, Alex. Though I misplaced it a few times. Why hold out for this? How could you be so sure there was anything worth saving? There's an urban legend that says girls are attracted to men who share traits with their fathers. But while Dad influenced you, the two of you couldn't be more different. You watch her expression alternate between earnestness and embarrassment as she speaks. But I realized when guys started showing interest in me that I wasn't comparing them to Dad. She reaches across the table and puts her hand in yours. I was comparing them to you. When did you know? Let's just say my plotting had already begun in our bed forts. And there it is. It's all just been a clever ruse to claim half my bed. Jay shoots you an indignant look. Hey, that's not the only reason. I also have all kinds of unfair and unrealistic expectations of what will happen in that bed. Jay, if that's where this takes us, I will leave everything on the field. You see a flicker of doubt on her face as your confidence reminds her of your experience gap. Alex, before she can respond, the server returns with your appetizers. From our omakase offering, I present our kamatoro roll with scallion and Thai chilies. This looks amazing, thank you. Of course. As you prepare to eat, you realize Jay hasn't touched her chopsticks. You alright? Yeah, I'm just suddenly not very hungry. Fucking butterflies. Huh? Nothing. I'll eat. If you want to let your drink settle first, I believe you owe me a secret. Oh, I do, don't I? Yep, time to pay up. I don't think there's much I haven't already told you. Damn it, Tara. This better not go sideways. I'll go easy on you since you technically broke down. Tell me about your first kiss. Jay's eyes immediately go from indulgent to panicked. Oh wow, you went there. Jay cuts herself off and skewers you with a glare ripe with accusation. Wait a minute. Did goddamn Chatty Pants Tara put you up to this? You try not to okay, his face is ridiculous. You try not to smirk while staring at her expectantly and chewing your food. All right then. Remember the homecoming party at Tara's place? Let's see. We're going back 6 years. What's wrong, JJ? Nothing really. Just not feeling it tonight, I guess. Tara shoots at Jay a knowing look. Who do you think you're talking to? Look, I know he's around here somewhere. You do? Jay quickly resets her poker face. I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, we'll worry about that later. You're up to bat, girlfriend. Tara Bear, we talked about this. I'm not playing your stupid game. Wait. That's why you said no perfume or lip gloss, isn't it? And now that you've seen through my cunning plan, I won't take no for an answer. Are we playing like 7 Minutes in Heaven and it just so... You know what? I'm not going to spoil it. Let's go. Listen, there are just some things you can't learn on the fly. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Don't be such a prude. I even got Alex to play earlier. A flicker of something between anger and nausea crosses Jay's face before she can suppress it. Wait, what? I sent him to the closet myself, and nobody had to twist his arm. Really? You're just not gonna let this go, are you? Nope, now. Get in that closet and kiss a goddamn boy. Who knows? You might even like it. Wouldn't count on it. Jade looks apprehensively at the closet door and steels herself. Fuck it. That's my girl. And this is Alex right here. Annoyed at first by being herded into a closet by Tara, the dark room soon becomes preferable to the party. Kiss any girl that comes through that door. What could go wrong? Images of girls from the journalism clubs or female wrestling team flash through your head. Nah, Tara wouldn't do that to me. Hope. I'll never know anyway. Strictly no talking and no trying to identify anyone by feel, she said. Your thoughts are interrupted by the door opening a crack. Whoever it is must be having second thoughts. She's just standing there. Yeah, she's definitely gonna bolt. Stupid game anyways. Then, to your surprise, a tentative hand brushes your arm. She must be as weird about this as I am. That's kind of reassuring. In the dark, you touch her hand and are surprised to feel electricity in the contact. Surprisingly intimate sharing blind contact like this. You reach around the small of her back and coax her toward you until you can hear her breathing. She's in really good shape. There's something familiar about her. I definitely know her. As if having similar thoughts, the tension seems to seep out of the girl's body at your touch. There goes nothing. Before you can move, you feel the girl's incredibly soft, petal-like lips pressed up against yours. In the darkness, your mind is filled with explosions of color and light as you reciprocate in kind. Wow. Kiss deepens and her lips part, inviting your tongue to explore. Time stops and a passionate contest of wills ensues. You advance and she makes a strategic retreat. You relent and she presses her advantage. When you finally come up for air, you hear your own heartbeat pounding in time with her soft panting. Fuck it, I have to know who she is. You're about to break the rules of the game when there's a sharp rap on the door. Hurry up in there, I've only got 2 closets and 14 more couples to go. You hear sharply intaken breath, and she's gone so quickly. You barely register the door shutting. Stepping into the bedroom, you see Tara smirking at you enigmatically. Alright, Tara, who the hell was that? I have to know. And spoil the look on that big, dumb, gobsmacked face of yours? I'd sooner smash a Ming vase. It was you, wasn't it? I just yelled at you through the door, remember? That was a big mistake. I'm so proud of you, and don't pretend you didn't like it. That's the problem, I liked it too much. That's conveniently non-specific. Use your words. It's not that I don't want to, I can't. Not without it sounding stupid. Try me. Stupid's kind of our thing. For a minute, or 10, because I lost track of how long I was in there, I felt like I could just run off with this total stranger and never look back. Tara doesn't respond at first, but her face betrays a mixture of sadness and dawning comprehension. JJ, you know who it was. But I don't know, and it has to stay that way. Just then, Jane notices you sneaking out of the party. and realization strikes her like a fist of an angry god. No. Your mouth goes dry as Jay's story meshes seamlessly with your own memory of the night. Check, please.